Hey there. Hope you're having an awesome, wonderful day. I wanted to pop on here and do a quick message to you. As you know, I back in 2006 had the opportunity to go to a Tony Robbins event called Unleash the Power Within, and came away from that. It was a multi-day event, and I came away with so much information that I have been able to use over the years that's really blessed my life. And I wanted to share something with you from that, a section in here where he talks about the secrets or the steps to lasting change. Now, as we get ready to move into the new decade, the year 2020, can you believe it? As we get ready to move into the year 2020, there's so much that we can do to really position ourselves for momentum. Hey, Jerry, thanks for watching. I tell you what, I want to share with you what he talks about when he talks about these 3 steps to making lasting changes. These changes will take you into the year 2020. First off, he wants to define what a belief is, because we got to start with the belief, because your belief is how you get leverage. He defines a belief as a feeling of certainty about what something means. A belief is a feeling of certainty about what something means. So, in order to have lasting change, in order to have lasting success, there's 3 beliefs that you have to have. I hope you're writing this down. If not, you can go back and replay this afterwards. But the first belief is it must change now. You have to have a sense of urgency about making the change that's going to impact your life in a positive manner right now. Not putting it off. Don't wait for 2020 to start and make it a resolution, but you can start today. It must start now. The second belief for lasting success is I must change it now. Hey, Travis, I must change it now. Meaning that you're willing to take responsibility for being able to make that happen, because otherwise you're powerless, right? And if you don't feel like you have the power to make a change, then how are you going to have lasting change? So it has to happen now, and you have to have the understanding that you have the power to change. And then number 3 is the fact that you can not only change it, but you can change it now. Again, it puts a sense of urgency and empowerment in your hands so you can take advantage of that and you can make those changes now. So when he shared these things with me, it was it was pretty incredible. Full arena full of people, fired up, taking notes and so forth. And then he got into the 3 steps to lasting change. I want to leave you with that. The 3 steps. Number 1, you got to get leverage. If you can't, you must. Meaning that you have to find ways to leverage it with yourself. It might be making a declaration or signing a contract to yourself. There's actually a service. I forget the name of it. I'll put it in the comments if I think of it. But there's actually a service where if you don't, you can tell them what you're going to do. And if you don't do what you say you're going to do, they can turn around and you put up a certain amount of money. Let's say I'm going to put up $20 and I'm going to stop smoking by this date. Well, if that date comes and you haven't stopped smoking, they can take that $20 and keep it, or they can give it to a cause that you totally don't believe in. That's getting leverage on yourself. So number 1, get leverage on yourself. Number 2, interrupt the pattern. Whatever you're trying to change, don't put it off. Interrupt it. Interrupt the pattern immediately. Annihilate the pattern is what he said. And then, you just don't want to create a vacuum. The best way to get rid of a pattern is to replace that pattern. So the next thing you want to do, hey, James, the next thing you want to do, hey, Norman, hey, the next thing you want to do is you want to replace that pattern, okay? And think about how this can apply for your life. In so many different ways, if you want to make that change, you get leverage, right? You interrupt that pattern, and then you change, you introduce a new pattern that's going to help you get to where you're going. Hey, Terry, thanks for joining. So you do those 3 things, and you are positioned, my friend, for lasting change. Now, if you missed some of this or you want to hear it again, I encourage you to start all over and re-listen. Take some notes and then think about how you're going to apply this for yourself. Listen, we're going into a new decade. A new decade where 2020 can be the best year of your life, but it's not going to happen by accident. It happens because you take focused, determined action to move forward towards your goals and dreams. Now, one of the things I've been talking about is readers are leaders. And there's a gentleman by the name of Charles Tremendous Jones who once said that where you'll be in 5 years is a result of the people you hang out with and the books you read. Well, you're hanging out with me. I appreciate that. But I want to tell you, there are certain books that you should be reading right now to get prepared for the year 2020. 5 books in particular. If you inbox me privately, I will send you the titles of those 5 books. Now, the great thing about these 5 books is that without exception, you can find all these 5 books not only in a book format, but you can find it also in a Kindle. You can even find them on Audible. So if you're not someone who likes to read physical books, you rather listen to a book, you can do that as well. But I believe if you get through these 5 books, you're going to find yourself, if you apply what's in these books, well positioned for the new decade. Listen, it's your life. Take the time to invest in yourself. A guy by the name of Warren Buffett, who is a pretty good person when it comes to investing, says that the number one investment you can make in yourself is an investment in yourself. So be willing to make that investment. Inbox me. I'll give you that list of 5 books that you should be reading before the end of the end of the decade. Wow, I almost said century. End of the decade to have a great 2020. Have an awesome day. Nice talking to you. See you soon.